The Unexpected Sushi Train. Zayd was a robot made of crispy rice, with eyes that looked like shiny sushi rolls. He lived in Yumville, a town where everything was made of food. The trees were candy canes, and the rivers flowed with chocolate. One sunny morning, Zayd looked out of his window and saw something amazing. A sushi train floated high above the town, gliding through the sky on sparkling seaweed tracks. The train cars were filled with all kinds of sushi, from rainbow rolls to crunchy tempura. Zayd's excitement grew. He had always dreamed of seeing what was beyond Yumville. The sushi train seemed like the perfect adventure. He hurried outside, his crispy rice body crunching with each step. At the train station, the doors of the sushi train opened with a gentle whoosh. Zayd climbed aboard, his heart pounding with joy. Inside, the train was even more wonderful than Zayd had imagined. The seats were made of soft sushi rolls, and the walls were decorated with bright pictures of fish and sushi chefs. The train hummed softly, and the view through the window was incredible. Yumville looked like a giant buffet, with candy fields and chocolate rivers stretching as far as the eye could see. But suddenly, the train jolted and shook. Zayd was thrown from his seat as the train began to wobble. The once smooth ride turned rough, and the sweet smell of sushi was replaced by a burnt odor. The train's tracks twisted and bent, and Zayd realized the train was in trouble. The food passengers, like sushi rolls and tempura pieces, were tossed about. Zayd knew he had to act fast. He took a deep breath and looked around. The train was now precariously balanced on fluffy cotton candy clouds. Zayd's eyes fell on a small, dusty map wedged between the seats. He grabbed it and unfolded it carefully. The map was old and covered with strange symbols, but Zayd could see that it was a guide. The map had a red X marked on it. Zayd's mechanical mind started working. The X seemed to point to a place he had never seen before. He realized that he needed to follow the map's clues to fix the train and get everyone back to safety. With determination, Zayd set out to solve the mystery of the map. He knew it wouldn't be easy, but he was ready for the challenge. The adventure had just begun, and Zayd was determined to make sure the sushi train was safe and sound. Zayd sat down on a soft sushi roll seat, carefully spreading out the old map. The map was covered with strange symbols and a big red X. Zayd traced the path with his finger, trying to understand where it led. The first clue was written in a simple rhyme: to find the heart where all must go, follow the scent where the sweet winds blow, find the place where dreams take flight, there lies the key to set things right. Zayd thought hard. The clue mentioned sweet winds and dreams. He looked around and noticed a tower of marzipan in the distance, shimmering under the sun. Could this be the place where dreams took flight? The map showed a path to the marzipan tower. Zayd knew he had to go there to find the key. But as he got ready to move, the train wobbled again, making it clear that time was running out. Zayd carefully made his way to the marzipan tower, his eyes scanning the sky for any more clues. The clouds beneath the train were becoming thinner, and Zayd knew he had to hurry. He reached the marzipan tower and saw a hidden compartment as described in the map. With great effort, Zayd opened the compartment and found a small golden key. He realized that this was the key to the engine. But just as he was about to head back, a sudden gust of wind made the train shake even more. The key fell from his hands and clattered on the floor. Zayd had to act quickly. He picked up the key and made his way back to the train. He managed to unlock the engine compartment and found the engine was tangled with spaghetti. Zayd knew the next step was to untangle it. Inside the engine compartment, Zayd saw the spaghetti engine tangled in a mess of noodles. It was a tricky sight. The spaghetti had wrapped around the gears, making the engine almost impossible to move. Zayd took a deep breath and began to work. He carefully untangled the spaghetti, one strand at a time. His metal hands moved with precision, But it was a slow process. Each time he thought he had made progress, another knot seemed to appear. As he worked, Zayd remembered a lesson his friend once told him: patience is like a steady hand guiding you through challenges. He focused on the task, knowing that patience was key. Finally, after what seemed like hours, Zayd managed to free the engine from the spaghetti. The engine started to hum again, and Zayd felt a sense of accomplishment. But just as he was about to relax, the train suddenly lurched. The engine was working, but something else was wrong. The train was running out of steam. With the train still shaking and losing steam, Zayd knew he needed help. He looked around and saw a small, friendly-looking fish swimming nearby. It was a flying fish, known for its graceful flights through the sky. Zayd waved to the fish. "Can you help me? The train is out of steam and needs to get back on track." The flying fish nodded and flapped its wings. "I can help. Follow me." The fish led Zayd to a hidden reservoir of steam clouds. Together, they filled the train's steam tanks. The train began to chug and puff, regaining its strength. The shaking stopped, and the sushi train started to move smoothly again. Zayd thanked the flying fish. "You've saved the day. How can I ever repay you?" The fish smiled and replied, "Just remember to help others when they're in need." The train was moving steadily now, but Zayd knew the journey wasn't over. The map had more clues, and the next challenge awaited. Zayd reviewed the map again and saw that the next clue was about finding a special ingredient in the sushi forest. The sushi forest was a place where sushi rolls grew on trees, and the air was filled with the scent of fresh fish. Zayd ventured into the forest, following the map's directions. He encountered various obstacles, including a river of soy sauce and a mountain of wasabi. Despite these challenges, Zayd used his cleverness and problem-solving skills to navigate through the forest. He finally found the special ingredient, a rare type of seaweed that glowed in the dark. This ingredient was essential to power the train's engine fully. With the seaweed in hand, Zayd headed back to the train. He added the ingredient to the engine, and the train roared to life with a burst of energy. It was working better than ever. Just as Zayd was about to relax, the train hit a patch of turbulent clouds. The train shook violently, and Zayd struggled to keep his balance. The special seaweed ingredient seemed to have caused a temporary imbalance. Zayd quickly realized that the train needed to be adjusted to handle the turbulence. He worked tirelessly to recalibrate the engine and stabilize the train. The work was exhausting, but Zayd knew he had to stay focused. With determination and effort, Zayd managed to stabilize the train. The turbulence subsided, and the ride became smooth again. Zayd took a moment to catch his breath and appreciate how far he had come. As the train continued its journey, a new problem emerged. The train's water reservoir was leaking, causing steam to escape. Without water, the engine would not function properly. Zayd searched the train for a solution. He found a repair kit but realized he needed more than just tools. He needed a way to seal the leak and refill the reservoir quickly. With a clever idea, Zayd used some leftover sushi rolls to create a temporary seal. He then used a funnel to refill the reservoir with water. The engine began to run smoothly again, but Zayd knew he needed a more permanent solution. Feeling overwhelmed, Zayd sat down and made dua, asking for guidance and strength to fix the train completely. He remembered the lesson his friend had taught him about prayer and trust. As Zayd made dua, he felt a sense of calm and clarity. He knew that with faith and perseverance, he could overcome any challenge. He took a deep breath and continued working on the train. Just as Zayd finished his dua, he noticed a small, friendly bird perched nearby. The bird had a special ability to find hidden resources. It chirped happily and flew to a hidden compartment in the train. The bird brought back a magical tool that could permanently fix the water reservoir leak. Zayd used the tool to seal the leak, and the train's engine began to function perfectly. The train was now in top shape and ready to continue its journey. As the sushi train rolled back into Yumville, Zayd and his friends gathered around, celebrating their successful adventure. The sun was setting, casting a golden glow over the town. One of Zayd's friends, a cheerful young robot named Lena, approached him with curiosity. "Zayd, can you teach me some words of Urdu?" Zayd nodded with a smile. "Of course, Lena. Let's start with some useful words. The word thank you in Urdu is shukriya," Zayd said slowly, making sure Lena could understand each syllable. "Shukriya." Lena repeated carefully, "Shukriya." She smiled as she got the pronunciation right. Zayd continued, "Next, the word help is madad." He said the word slowly. "Madad." Lena tried again, "Madad." She practiced the word with Zayd's guidance. Zayd then said, "The word friend is dost." He enunciated clearly. "Dost." Lena repeated, "Dost." She seemed to enjoy learning the new word. And finally, Zayd said, "The word patience is sabar." He pronounced it slowly. "Sabar." Lena echoed, "Sabar." She nodded with understanding. Zayd smiled and added, "Remember, these words are not just about language. They remind us to be thankful, to offer help, to value our friends, and to practice patience." Lena nodded thoughtfully. "Thank you, Zayd. I'm really grateful for the lesson and all the help you have given." Zayd looked around at his friends, feeling a deep sense of satisfaction. "And thank you, Lena. Remember, with faith and perseverance, we can overcome any challenge." The sushi train had safely returned to Yumville, and everyone was thrilled with their adventure. Zayd knew that the lessons learned and the words shared would be remembered for a long time. As they celebrated, Zayd felt proud of not just the journey, but also of the knowledge and values he had shared with his friends. The experience had been as rewarding as it was adventurous.